Hi everyone, and thank you for joining. Today we have two speakers, Sergiu and Catalin. Sergiu will do an introductory talk about using events in smart contracts, and Catalin will talk about Loki.code, a new IDE that can be an alternative to the well-established Remix.ide. Yeah, so Sergio, are you ready? You can, if you find the screen sharing button, you can share the screen, please.
I don't know. Do you see my screen? Or
not yet.
I think, Alex, you need to stop your share screen.
Yeah, I stopped mine. You can try now.
But it appeared that was disabled attendance screen sharing.
Okay, try now.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine. Do you see my screen now?
Yes, all good.
Okay. Yeah, today I will discuss about leveraging the potential of events in smart contracts. Yeah, in Solidity, events are a way to log and notify external applications such as user interface or other smart contract about a specific occurrence within a smart contract. Practically, events serve as a mechanism for emitting and recording data onto the blockchain, making it transparent and easy to access the data. Events are similar to logs or records that capture important information and allow external observers to react to them and obtain relevant data from the events. The events are stored on blockchain as part as a transaction history and can be retrieved an event after a transaction is complete. And after a transaction is complete, practically we will have access to the data from the events. The key role of the events is to facilitate communication between the smart contract and their user interface by allowing smart contract to record executing transaction and significant state changes in an easily manner. Events are crucial, we can say, for a decentralized application, for tracking transaction and updating the UI in a real time and monitoring contract interaction. The main advantage of the events are that we avoid pooling. That means the application don't need to make constant query to the blockchain to get the data. They only react when the events are emitted on the blockchain. Also, events in smart contracts, particularly on the platform like Ethereum, are most gas efficient compared to the other method of storing or retrieving information from the blockchain. Practically, storing data on the blockchain is the most gas inefficient operation in the smart contract. We can say that events are designed for off-chain application to efficiently monitoring and react to the contract activities. How events work and how we can manage how we can work with the event inside the smart contract is that we have some keywords. When we want to declare an event, we will use the event keyword followed by the event name and the event parameters. Also, emitting events. For emitting events, we will use the emit keyword followed by the name and for the parameters. This practice notify listener of a specific action that took place inside the smart contract. And also here is an example of an entire flow of how we can declare and emit an event inside the smart contract. Here we have an event test smart contract and also a function named transfer2, which emit a transfer event. Solidity event parameters come in two varieties. This means that we have some parameter which can be indexed or non-indexed. What mean indexed events? We use indexed keyword for the parameter inside the events to allow an efficient searching and filtering the events from the blockchain. And this is crucial for the external applications or for decentralized application that need to quickly retrieve specific data or the specific event from the blockchain. Also, we have non-index parameters inside the event. This parameter is hard to get outside the blockchain because we need to decode the data, because the data which is not indexed is emitted on a data field inside the transaction log, and we need to decode the data from to get the unindexed event. Indexed events are generally used by the developers since they make it simple to follow the occurrence of a particular event inside the smart contract. Here is a transaction which an emitted event named transfer. As you can see here, we have a topic array. The topic array will contain all the index events. As you can see here, we have the to address and from address as an indexed event. And for the first topic, we have the hash of the function signature, which is a checkak function used for get the hash. And for non-indexed event, we will get the data on we will get the value on the data field. And also we can check here on real transaction from the blockchain, which is the transaction from the presentation. And here we have the data which is emitted through the event. I will go back to my presentation. The events also have some limitation because this one. On an event which is a name event, we can only emit 3 indexed parameters, and for an event which is an event which is anonymous, we can only emit we can emit 4 indexed parameters. Also, we have some limitation that specify the maximum amount of the parameters we can have in an event. This is a snapshot from the Solidity compiler, which say to us that we cannot emit more than 17 elements inside an event. Also, these 17 include the parameter which is indexed and non-indexed. For getting the data from the events inside an application, we can use, here is a code in JavaScript. And for getting the data, we need the instance of the contract and also on provider. In our case here, we use the Alchemy provider to interact with the smart contract, and the API of the smart contract, and the address of the smart contract for which we want to get the events. And in the right side of the slide, we have the API, which is practically the JSON format of an event. Yeah. Also, we have Web3 providers, which facilitates communication between the application and the blockchain. Um, Infura offers a suite of blockchain developers tools and infrastructure to access Ethereum network, IPFS, or other layer 2 solution, and provide for developers some APIs that can use to send transaction, interact with smart contract, read blockchain state without need to run their own node. Yeah, Alchemy is also similarly like Infura and provide a suite of tools for developers, and Moralis provide also a backend infrastructure for building decentralized application, and is designed to streamline the process of developing the decentralized application by offering a fully managed serverless solution that practically handles many of the backend tasks automatically. Practically, we can use Moralis to get events in real time from the blockchain. Also, we have some libraries to interact with the blockchain and get the events, which is Web3 JS and EtherJS, that are both JavaScript libraries that allow developer to interact with the blockchain. And also here is a decentralized solution, which is the Graph, which practically is a decentralized database who keep data from events for us. And practically the Graph makes possible to query the data that is difficult to query in the direct way. The graph defines subgraphs which specify how blockchain data is indexed and how can be queried using GraphQL. And data is processed by a decentralized network. And as a key concept, we need to define a YAML file schema that describes how data is structured. A GraphQL API enables developer to query data, and we also have a decentralized network that consists of participants who ensure that the data is correct indexed and the queries are efficiently processed. Benefits for the decentralized application is an efficient data retrieval and decentralization and flexibility. And there are a lot of applications who use the graph. Also, the sandbox or the OpenSea use the graph for get the data from the blockchain and put in their application. Yeah, this was my presentation. Thank you. And if you have any question, feel free to ask.
Questions?
What's your favorite go-to for yourself, like Morales or the other two? I'm just curious of it, just because of
Uh,
the.
Sincerely, depends what you exactly need, because some Web3 providers have some stuffs, other don't have some stuffs, and depends what you need in your application. But my favorite is Morales because they also have some APIs for let's say you need to get all NFTs from a collection. You can go and put the NFT collection and some stuffs, and you get all the data. You don't need to process any data. They process all the data for you.
All right. So it's the fact that it's like real time and pretty much automized. The fact that you prefer to work with this particular one, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do any of you have any idea if we have any other alternatives similar to Morales eventually, or?
Yeah, there it's a lot in this moment. It's a lot of Web3 providers like Pokenet, or they also have some providers for the node, for the RPC. stuffs. Also, Covalent have some stuffs related with getting the data from the blockchain and process some data. And yeah, we can use, like I said, depend what you need in your application.
Right, so project based.
Yeah, exactly. And some Web3 provider doesn't cover all the chains because they cover the main chains like Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, the chains who have a lot of user.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Cool.
I also have a question. How do you decide, or what do you take in consideration when you, I don't know, how you establish if you want to store something on the blockchain or you emit it as an event? For example, if you're holding data in mappings or arrays, or you use events.
Sincerely, events are a way to use less gas. When you speak about blockchain, we think about money, and in our case, the transaction costs some money. And if you keep the data on chain, this means you keep the data in mapping or something like that. This costs a lot because you need to make some stuff behind the scenes, which is the Ethereum virtual machine, and you need to store the data inside the blockchain. And also, when you write on the blockchain, you consume gas. And the reason we want to use events is that we don't need to write anything in the blockchain. You only need to read the data from the blockchain without keeping the data on chain. You only get the data in an off-chain way.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Other questions? Anyone? Okay. In that case, so our next speaker is Catalin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio, of course. Thank you very much. And Catalin, are you ready to share your screen?
Yes, I hope you see my screen.
Yep.
Okay, so today I'm planning to discuss you about Loki.code. I saw it was deployed the first version like 1 week ago. So I think is a good idea to start taking a look as a developer also on this project. For first of all, for those who starting to build on Solidity, um, and they don't know how to start. Everybody on blockchain is using Remix. So Remix allows you to, for example, okay, I have multiple contracts here, and it allow you to compile a contract and decide what version do you want to use to compile it. If you, for example, import some smart contracts, that, let me see, I don't have something like that here. Not at this point, but if you have a smart contract that also have some imports like Open Zeppelin libraries that everybody is using, it's nice that it also import them, so you can deploy a smart contract with multiple libraries. After you compile it, you're allowed to deploy it. It cool because it allow you uh, to deploy on what chain do you want. Also, you can add your API if you have already deployed a smart contract and use the interface from here. And what I found on Loki.code, it's an alternative to Remix. At this point, I don't think Loki.code has the same potential as Remix, but I think on the future, after they develop more this project, they will have a strong alternative to Remix for the teams. So they allow you. This is the website of the Loki.code. they allow you to the same thing as Remix to compile a project. Unfortunately, at this point, as I saw, they allow you only to deploy your smart contract or only on this chain, so you can't come with your RPC. It's interesting that they made some connection with GitHub. So if you have a project with multiple team members, you can connect the GitHub here and work together with the GitHub. And for example, another use case that I observed for when we do audit, we have to allow the auditors to our GitHub. Now it's not anymore necessary. We can just import our project here, and they will do the audit directly on the Loki.code. What I wanted to present for today was a complex project that I work, a marketplace, and I wanted to upload the project. So after you log in, it will show you your dashboard. Here you have an easy tutorial video about how it works, and here at this learn part, you have multiple tutorials with what you can do at this point. Unfortunately, it have a big problem from my side. It can't compile smart contracts that have imports, like as I said on Remix, Open Zeppelin. So it compile only unique files, which is an issue at this point because probably all the complex projects have multiple imports. So you can connect your wallet, you can connect your GitHub. We will play a bit with the template. So please choose what you would like to deploy, an NFT or a token. Let's do a token for ETHCluj. Okay. So as I saw there, they allow me to create a token, which okay. So there is some alerts that I will ignore, like all the people do on blockchain. Okay, so they have two. It's an interesting part. This one where you can use templates. At this point, you can use only ERC20, which is the cryptocurrency normal token standard, as a template, or the NFT template. But it has potential to, I don't know, extend this part and um, maybe create more complex templates that will allow users to directly deploy their own, I don't know, marketplace or farm or swap or pool directly. So it has a lot of potential on this part. Okay, so now we will deploy an token. Okay, I will name it ETHCluj. So, okay, total supply. I don't know how many. I will set it to 10. Okay, it will not be burnable because I don't want. And where is it? Where is it? Okay, it doesn't appear here. I don't know why. They have an integration, but interesting is not here.
What are you looking for?
They have an integration name Bear, which allows you to fork a blockchain entirely, and it was an interesting integration to look, but I don't know why they don't have it here at this point. Interesting. Okay, so if I'm trying to deploy Sepolia, probably I don't think they will give me the funds, so probably I will have to take with the faucet. Okay. Okay, so I'm using Rebby wallet. They make me use testnets. Okay, and I have an error deploying the smart contract because I don't have any funds. Okay, I will get the seed phrase and seed set. So now I will just take some funds to deploy the smart contract. If this allows me, I'm not a robot, yes. Or I am, please sign up. Okay.
I think he has some connection problems.
Let's give him 5.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, but you're breaking up, and
I had some problems with the internet. Do I still have the share screen on?
no, you have to reshare again.
Okay. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Good. Now I have to choose some rabbits because I use Rabbit wallet. Funny, right? Okay. Now I can open. No, Build Bear. Yeah, so that's the name of the. This is what I said. What is not no. What is Build Bear? Yeah. So this is their website. The Loki.code have an integration with Build Bear. They allow you to create a sandbox, practically just a fork of all of these. Oh my god. Okay, so a fork of all of these blockchains and directly work on fork. So I think it's a good idea as the last test for the smart contract is to do it directly on the copy code of the environment that are you interested in. For example, for Ethereum, you don't pay to deploy the last test on Ethereum. You just create a fork of Ethereum, and if everything works fine there, that means you can definitely go on Ethereum and you will have no problems. That's with the Builder. Now I will take the funds. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Now I have the funds. And let's go back to okay. And now let's deploy it. What's your problem here? Please turn on enable testnets under more before sign. Okay. More. Enable testnets. Now it should allow me. Yes. Okay, so it cost me 32 fake dollars and I will deploy it. The coolest stuff I saw on Loki.code until it's going to be deployed. Let's jump to this video. So when you compile and deploy a smart contract, it allow you. It's very interesting. It allow you to see the history of the smart contract on the Loki code. So, for example, if come on, go back. So here, if you are working as a team, you can see not only the GitHub history as we know as commits, but also the deployment of the commits and the actions on the own on chain on that smart contract. So basically, you have a history of everything is happening on that smart contract, even events, deployment, and actions to the smart contract, which is a cool thing. And the coolest stuff I observed that there is always an issue between blockchain developers and front-end developers, because they have trouble to interrogate the blockchain. Probably it's something new for all of them, and they have this option where you can see JavaScript. I saw on the official video that you can see the JavaScript code of the functions or the TypeScript code of the function. So you just copy the code from here and you can use it in your app directly. They also have the implementation for Web3.js and Ethers.js, the known libraries for this. So I think it's an easy way to as a middleman for between blockchain developers and front-end developers. For me, that I'm not a good front-end developer, I'm using this. So I'm just copying the code here and paste it in the front end. Okay, now let's see if our token is deployed. As I see, it's not. Oh, it is, but it have no reaction. Okay, I expect it to move me somewhere. uh, yes. Okay, so I had to use a template from here.
You've had the transaction approved, so their front end.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know why. I expect it to not just to be deployed, but also to allow me to show you this part where you can see the functions. But I guess you get the point that you can take the functions in JavaScript directly from the Loki code, and this will probably allow you to understand better as a front-end developer what is going on the black box of the smart contract. So that's all I wanted to present. Yeah, actually, I thought at the first moment that Loki.code is better than Remix.ide. At this point, it's still not, but it has a lot of potential with this. For me, at least, with these two features, that it's about the templates that will allow you to build maybe bigger things than NFT, and also that part where they transform directly for you into JavaScript code. For example, some functions have a complex signature with a lot of structures, arrays, and so on, which is sometimes hard to write it on JavaScript. So just you came here and copy the code, and you're good to go. Thanks. That's all from me.
Cool, thanks, Catalin. So, any questions?
I have a question related with the build BR. You said that they made a fork for the blockchain. This means they get the state of the blockchain and translate the state in a local network.
I don't think they are taking the entire, like, the fork just as the AVM fork, or the not the fork of the how to say it, from the genesis. So just as everybody probably knows, there are small differences between Ethereum and Avalanche, for example, and so on. So probably it helps you with the fork. It helps you to see these differences directly on your smart contract, but not the transactions itself.
Oh, okay, I understand. Thank you.
And about the imports, do you know when they are going to add the support? Because it's crucial.
No, at this point, I have no idea about this. I observe it only when I test it. Uh, I saw their official launch. They don't have this problem because they just invented an ERC, a simple ERC. But yeah, probably this is the main thing they have to solve it in future, because it's impossible to run real projects on Loki.code at this point.
Yes, they seem to have some interesting idea for features that are not available elsewhere, so probably they're going to develop
Yeah,
something.
exactly. They also, this was the free version. They are coming in the next months with the pro versions, with they will cover more features, but at this point are, as I saw, they are secret. So I don't know what will come with the pro version.